The Sifuna factor. Is that giving you sleepless nights?
No, because Sifuna is being prepared for slaughter.
Huh?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He's being fattened for slaughter. Can I explain to you?
Expound, yes.
Yeah. One. Tomorrow is 10th of August. The elections is going to be on the 10th of August.
Yes.
Tomorrow is exactly
1 year.
1 year tomorrow. No political party. Okay? No political party. You look at the people in his team in terms of sustaining a presidential campaign. With all profound respect, I don't think the guy who is going to come up with a strategy to win the whole country is Boni Karwale. With profound respect, you know. You see, you just look, you know, show me your friends. I'll tell you who you are. So I look at my brother, my younger brother Sifuna. I say, is this a formation? My friend, I was here since 92 with Matiba, 97 with Kibaki, 02 with Kibaki, 07 with Kibaki, 13 with Uhuru, 17 with Uhuru, 22 with Ruto. I must know something, surely, after all those presidential elections. And I know how presidential elections are won. The way you to win presidency is not that thing I'm fighting around Sifuna there. All the excitement and the razzmatazz notwithstanding, that's not the way. That's number one. Number two, some good folks, it is difficult to be here doing Sifuna right now. Mimi sio Sifuna, kwa sababu it is difficult, it's painful. I refuse the invitation to be Sifuna because it's not a very good place to be. Now, let me explain to you what's happening. So, some people go to Sifuna, and like that mythology of Greek gods who lift you up and they tell you now you are also a god, you can also fly. That's exactly what they are doing to Edwin Watenya Sifuna. They are telling him, now you are up there, you know, like the Greek gods, you're also a god, you can fly yourself, you know. So they are putting this thing in both Sifuna and the Mulembe nation that Sifuna cannot play second fiddle to anyone. You see? They are doing that, yeah? Meanwhile, take this to the bank. Take this to the bank. The only one thing that Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua, they don't agree on many things, but they agree on one thing. Who is their candidate? You know, in 2007, there was a question about who was the candidate. And you remember that charade for ODM? You remember that charade that was at Kasarani? Oh, Ruto is a candidate, and Nyaga, the Red Joe Nyaga, and I don't know who the candidate was there. And then I think Musalia was a candidate.
Yes.
And then after a lot of drama, and because of some magic there, Baba is declared the candidate, like it was ever in question. It come to 2013, oh, you know, Karonzo, what. Then it comes to Baba, because even a stud one people knew that Baba was a candidate in 2013. Yes. You know, you come to 2017, oh, NASA, but we knew, after all that drama, we knew the candidate was going to be Baba. You know, 2022, yeah, after a lot of, you know, splitting hairs, we knew Baba was a candidate. As sure as day follows night, the candidate for Rigathi Gachagua and the candidate for Uhuru Kenyatta, who is one, is known. And it's one, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. So they'll take you through all this drama, but it's already been decided.
But let me ask you this. What if Rigiji wins his court case? Because he said recently that he's the one person...
Rigiji does not want to be president. He doesn't want.
But he said he's the one person who can remove Ruto.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to be president.
What do you mean?
No, he doesn't want to. He knew he can't be president.
What, he's a kingmaker?
Even if he's cleared, he knows the kind of antipathy that his candidature would... and he's not stupid. Rigiji is anything but stupid. He's not stupid. He's a very intelligent fella. What he does with his intelligence is a question. But intelligent he is, you know. So he's not one guy who is going to put his name on the ballot. You know, people can lie to you. You should have called somebody else. I am here to tell you the truth. The facts as they are. Rigathi Gachagua does not want to be a presidential candidate. Take that to the bank. Number two, the candidate... decided candidate, not candidate of choice, the decided candidate for Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta, the only one thing among the many differences they have that they find consensus is that their candidate is Kalonzo Musyoka. That is why they're just disagreeing on who is going to control Kalonzo Musyoka, who is going to be the majority shareholder in Kalonzo Musyoka Incorporated, that's the whole question that is there. So Uhuru would want to have majority shares in Kalonzo Musyoka. Rigathi would want to have majority shares in Kalonzo Musyoka, but they all agreed that, like Henry Ford, you can choose any color as long as it's black. That's the whole thing. So you can choose any candidate for them as long as it is Kalonzo Musyoka. Now, where does that leave my very good friend, Fred Okengo Matiang'i? That's number one. Number two, why, in their opinion, in the opinion of some people, they are hyping up Sifuna so that Sifuna can be the running mate to Kalonzo Musyoka. That's the whole thing. Hype him up, bring him up. But that is okay, which is fine, no problem. Sifuna is a brilliant young man. He has got years ahead of him. But in his opinion, I'm not sure they gave him the memo that they were preparing him for running mate position. They didn't give him the memo. And so therefore, Sifuna is going all over, and especially to the Mulembe Nation, giving them false hopes that he is going to be a presidential candidate. That you heard yesterday, Malala, Cleophas Malala, saying that, telling a lie in broad daylight, that Rigathi Gachagua can support Malala for president. No, he cannot, because he doesn't believe that Malala has come of age. That's the truth. Number two, he knows he can control Kalonzo, but he can't control Sifuna. He knows that. He knows that. And he is not just about. I think he's lost his deposit once for the candidate. So